Radio Brentford, Radio Brentford.
I mean, I could sit here and just wax lyrical, but perhaps I should be asking you more about it because, like I say, I am still shocked by it. I took along our head of live sport, Catherine Anastasi, who she's a Brentford fan, but hasn't actually yet been
new
able to...
one or...
No, not new, but hasn't been able to get to any of the games for personal reasons, and we won't go into that. But I was able to take her yesterday for her first game, and she obviously absolutely enjoyed it. It was brilliant. So it was lovely to take her. But, Cass, let's focus on Brentford because we talked a lot about Manchester United. How did Thomas Frank get the team to win that game? What did he do right that clearly Manchester United did wrong?
OK, well, first and foremost, he identified the problems that Man United do badly, the things they could expose and exploit, and they did that brilliantly. They were great at set pieces. Every time they set up to De Gea on the ball, they made it quite obvious. They forced United to be funneled into an area they shouldn't be going in, and they did it. There was loads of pace in the Brentford team. The whole structure of the club is built great. I said to you probably 3 years ago, Nat, how do you keep buying centre forwards, whether it's from Scott Hogan to Ivan Toney to Ollie Watkins, the whole structure, Mope, how do you keep getting top goal scorers? Because the whole structure of the club is built to replace. If you buy one, you sell them, you move on, you buy a replacement that fits into the system. And I also think they do an incredible... I don't know this, but from what I see, they do an incredible lot of hard work on the attitudes of the players, the type of mentality they want in their dressing rooms at all levels. Because when Ivan Toney was... the question before the game was about... second season syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His response to it was like, "Oh no, what's that mean?" You know, like, "Oh no, we don't think like that." The old cliches that were being thrown out there. This is a team that's been built on, and I've got to give Thomas Frank because he has two identities in his team. He will play the way that he thinks will get the better out of the opposition. So he will go direct at times. They will play two up. Mbeumo and Toney are brilliant together. They work absolutely in tandem. You know, Ivan Toney will know where Mbeumo is. He knows he's so quick and he'll always deliver the ball to give him a chance of scoring. Mbeumo has been absolutely brilliant. You lost Ben Rama, right? Which was a big loss to Brentford because he was fabulous for you. Yeah. He's gone to West Ham and he's not even got near the West Ham. You know, the fans of, West Ham thought they were getting. We've not even seen him get close. He would probably say to you, "I'm in a better forward line. I was in a better forward line at Brentford. It functioned better for me.
It was prolific."
Exactly, and it was at a different level, but he's still, he's watched Brentford go that way, and his career has gone the other way. Ben Rama, and look, he's been disappointing to say the least at West Ham as for how good he can be. Brentford are set up to make players be successful, and the whole club is set up for the manager to be successful. And transfers are a hit more than a miss. And don't mean they're going to get everyone right, but they also have a great identity in players they want with the mentality.
That is the model of Brentford. You're absolutely right. We tend to go for young players that we can nurture, that we can mould, that we already know how.
And you will probably sell if they do really well.
And that is the model as well. That's what we tend to do, although I'm sure they're trying to not
come
do
away
that as often.
Somewhere along the
line. But see, that's why in a weird way Christian Eriksen was a slightly different route that we'd gone down. Even Ben Mee to an extent is a slightly different route because, as I say, we tend to go for younger players that we already know will fit into what we do, but we want to get them better.
Can I just say something on this, right? And that is a perfect example. Ben Mee and Tarkowski at Burnley. Both went down. Tarkowski wasn't as good as Ben Mee last year. Over the period of time, Tarkowski's done really well for Burnley. Last year, he didn't play particularly well, in my opinion. Ben Mee was far better for Burnley last year. And you took the one that's older and he still could do a real valid job. Now, don't get me wrong, Tarkowski's a great addition to Everton, but signing Ben Mee, that's a smart, intelligent. Yeah. No, you don't have to do every transfer the same. They have to be young. They have to have a great.
It made sense. It was experience, and we had started this season with injuries defensively. Ethan Pinnock, Christopher Ayer, both injured.
Yeah, both of them, both first teamers.
Exactly, and Ben Mee has had great impact already, having some fantastic tackles against Leicester. Okay, he was at fault for Leicester's second goal, but then you look at what he achieved yesterday, scoring his first goal for the club as well. Another player who's just made an immediate impact since joining. And I think there'll be a lot of Brentford fans waking up with sore heads this morning, Cass.
Yeah, and rightly so. I think you have to applaud a club that just know what they're about, know what they need to do. And I feel like everybody's pulling in the same direction at Brentford. And that is the base of a successful club. You have to have people going in the same direction and buy into it.
What I will say is, even though I'm sure Thomas Frank was a little shocked by what he witnessed yesterday, and he did say he didn't think it was a 4-0 win. He thought that maybe was slightly not unfair on Manchester United, perhaps.
It was first half. It was totally fair.
But he was a bit more measured about it. He was like, It didn't feel like a 4-0 win for us, but it was a deserved win, but maybe not 4-0. He has said, well, we cannot get carried away by just this one result, but it's something we can enjoy and savour for the next couple of days before they then have to focus on a London derby at Fulham, which is
just one quick point.
Go on.
At half-time at Leicester last week, you were 2-0 down, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? Well, you've just had a game and a half later and you've scored 6 goals.